Hello everyone and welcome back to Red Raion TV. Are you in the attractions business? Are you looking for brand new CGI custom-made content for your new digital attraction? Or maybe you already have a CGI content that is 5 years old and you finally decided to change it? Well, if the answer to these questions is yes, then this video is for you. Today, we're going to talk about a common issue together with Antonio that can confuse a lot of amusement professionals in this business when they have to purchase a new CGI content from a company. Their question is always, should I trust a company that gives a price per minute when I have to produce a custom-made CGI content? I want you to imagine this situation. So let's take this example. You just bought a new house and you want to design it. This is your dream home and you want it to be perfect. So what you do is you get in touch with an architect and she or he gives you a price per meter before even working on your project. Does it make any sense to you? So wouldn't it be ideal to have a clear picture of what your house and your design of the house will be without committing with the all investment? Well, the answer for you should be yes. And this is what you have to demand when you ask for your new custom-made content.
People like you often come to us desperate because they wasted too much time and money on companies and products that did not satisfy them at all. They were given a random price per minute and the final cost and delivery date was never what they agreed before they signed a contract. Let me give you a few examples of how this can happen. Let's say you want to update your digital attraction with a modern CGI content that revolves around the theme of your venue. You ask to a local or generic studio for a quote and they immediately give you a price per minute. But remember, they are generic studios that have no experience in the attractions industry. CGI attractions use hardware that needs very specific technological knowledge. Everything has to be adapted to the single content and hardware used. The knowledge needed to make a content suitable for a flying theater is different, for example, from the one you need to create the same kind of content for, let's say, an immersive tunnel or a dome simulator. This means that before they start working on your content, they'll have to figure out how to manage these very specific technologies. And when they'll finally start working on a script and notice they haven't considered some important stuff, they'll add every single item to the price they've given you and waste even more time. Extra time means extra costs and delays that had not previously been taken into consideration. Another option would be to ask big Hollywood studios to do it. The same studios that produce top feature films, animated movies, or TV shows with huge budgets. Their budget is appropriate for huge productions, so they give you a price that is suitable for the Hollywood business, definitely not for the attractions business. Imagine if the same people had to produce 3 feature films and 4 TV shows, all while they'll have to squeeze your content among all this stuff. Working on several pipelines can only cause delays and make prices rise. A specialized company only works on one specific business, so its job is linear and focused. Hollywood studios produce dozens of films every year of every kind and genre, so they obviously won't have time to focus just on your custom content. Also, let's say they're working on Spielberg's next movie. Who do you think they'll prioritize between you and him? Then you may think of asking a distribution company. Recognizing distribution companies is simple. Just go to their website and look at the contents they sell. Distribution companies act as brokers, relying on generic studios for production. So, you will be facing all the problems I listed before, plus their price per minute will also include the commissions they'll be taking. In this case, you won't even have a direct contact with the producers, but you'll have to wait for distribution to contact them, and then for them to contact you. An eternal game of Chinese whispers that will dramatically extend the time of delivery and make you accept a work that is not at all like you want it. And all of this because none of these companies will give you something that allows you to understand what the production costs imply, both in how you want the final product to be and what you should expect in the end. It's fundamental to have a clear idea of what you will get from any collaboration before you sign a contract, not after. Just think of how faster it will be. Bad surprises are not an option.
I've been working in this field for more than 10 years and can guarantee that you should really keep the distance from companies that give you a price per minute, without even knowing all the variables consider you create a custom CGI content, which are a lot. Production can only start after a detailed phase of pre-production, which includes the creation of a script, of a storyboard, and then of a concept for characters, environments, and props. When you finally start production, the first phases of modeling and rigging start. Then you have to choose the kind of animation you want and the environments. They are established according to how complex you want your setting to be. Then the visual effects, and believe me, there are so many that you will need constant communication with CGI Studio to understand how many of them you are actually going to need. Audio is fundamental to give the movie mood and credibility, and then, of course, length as is the weight of the production, because a 2-minute custom title can't possibly cost as much as one that lasts 15 minutes. Finally, you have stereoscopy and final editing, which are the final touches before post-production starts. Post-production is the phase that includes video editing, compositing, color correction, and the creation of the packages that are sent to client to suit their specific hardware, plus some other final touches that will make a product worth your while. All these phases require time, focus, and specific background. Working on more than one business can only bring to delays and mistakes. After all these years, I keep studying and perfecting what I know, because if you want to master one field, you should only focus on that. I really don't know how a company could ever think to give a price per minute without taking into consideration all of these variables. We should be clear before even starting to work on such content.
As you can see, just like with a house, you cannot simply predict exactly how much a custom content is going to cost you if you're not extremely familiar with all the variables we talked about. And you definitely can use lens as a measure. If you don't want any bad surprises, you need to have everything clear before you sign a contract, not after. Luckily for you, we've come up with just the right solution thought to make you save time and money on your custom content. I guarantee you won't have any bad surprises. If you're curious to know what it is, send us an email to magicword@redraion.com and we will be happy to give you all the details you need. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.